Hello, this is Dean Zeller, and this is the animation assignment. We're going to be using Microsoft PowerPoint to create an animation. Typically, animation has been used just to add fluff to a presentation, but we're going to use it for something different, just because it's a little bit more fun. Basically, you're going to create 10 individual object movements, and I will show you how to do that. But before I do that, I want to show you some well done animations. Here's this first one, which is a Western. I'm going to do a slideshow from the beginning. And this is Pioneer Pete's Perilous Chase. This is basically the story of Perilous Pete. He's going through the western frontier, being pulled by what looks like a pig, but it's probably a horse. But he has an enemy flying around. And so the enemy pulls back on the bow and fires arrows at him. But he manages to escape those arrows, but they're coming after him. So here they are, shooting more arrows at him. All seems lost, but then off in the distance he sees a ravine, jumps over the ravine, and escapes. Now, this wasn't that tough of an animation. It took him some time to do it, but I encourage you to experiment with stuff like that. Here's a Pac-Man animation that another student created for me. So we just have Pac-Man running through. We tried to figure out how to actually get his mouth to open and close. We never really got any satisfactory result. So if anybody's ever able to figure that out, that would be really awesome. I'll give you extra credit for that. But this one just follows the story of Pac-Man. And all the graphics are created from scratch. And I will show you how to do all that. Notice how he uses different sizes to illustrate different scenes. You get the cherry for 500 points. And then he sees the Energizer. You all know what the Energizer does. Turns the ghost blue and allows him to eat him. Boip. You saw those eyes fly away. Nice touch on that. So now he only has one more dot to finish. And then he's done. But those monsters are not going to let him get away with that. So then in comes Pac-Man. But he's blocked. And he's blocked. Blocked. He's blocked in all directions. And they destroy him. Such is life. Okay, one last one. The one that you have to do doesn't necessarily have to be tell a story. Here I just have 12 pointed stars. I think they're 12 pointed stars. Each of them with a little gradient pattern in there. And the animation for this, all it has them do is rotate. And you can see that because of the way that I mathematically have them do it, they never touch. But it on an abstract level, it looks really nice. So this could be combined with the algorithmic art assignment to do some fun stuff. But I encourage students to come up with their own stuff. All right, now how to do this. Let me just create a new one here. Okay, when you open up a new PowerPoint, originally it thinks you're going to do a presentation, but we just need a blank layout. So do layout blank. And I'm going to put in an object. Here's the objects drawing menu. So I'll put in a square, and just to give it some color, I'm going to go to Drawing Tools Format and make it orange. And the shape outline I'm going to make thick at 6 points, and the outline will be, I don't know, green. There, nice green-orange rectangle. And it's under animations here that you're able to create something. So I'm going to click on this thing, click on animations. Here's all the ones that are available, and a lot of these are here's some entrances and emphasis and exits. These are all fine and dandy that you can use, but I'm a big fan of these motion paths, particularly the custom path. I've seen animations that only use custom path, and they use it well. So I'm going to use custom path. And generally, you want to click in the very middle of it and show the path of where you want to go. So you can see it's going to be going around kind of in a weird circle and then back to its original position. Okay, so if you look at the animation pane up here, this shows the actual animation as it is progressing. It has a duration of 2 seconds, so I'm going to increase it to 4, just so it moves a little bit slower. And it has a little preview button here, so I'm going to hit play. So now it's taking 4 seconds to do what it used to take 2 seconds. All right, so now I'm going to add another one. Under Home, I'm going to add a circle, like this. And I want this to be a grouped object, so I'm going to add an arrow here. This isn't the most have the most ingenuity in there. But these two are individual objects. Let me create another arrow. I'm going to create this one. These are 3 individual objects, and I want them to be animated as a group. So I'm going to hold down Shift, select all 3 of them, so that I can group them. Under Drawing Tools Format, I will do a group. So now this is one object. So if I create an animation on this object, which I will do, I'm going to do another custom path. And I'm going to start in here, and it's going to come down here, over here, up here, shake around a little bit, just for the heck of it, and then come over, back, and go back to its original position. And so now it does what it does. But it took 2 seconds to do that, and so again, under duration, I can increase it. I can also increase it just by clicking here. I'm going to make the right side of it. I'm going to have this take 6 seconds. So now if I do a play, notice there's a 1 and a 2 here, meaning that the rectangle goes first and then the group goes second. So I'm going to play it, and they go individually. So first the rectangle does its thing, and then the grouped object does its thing. But if you want to do something really nice with an animation, you want these to go at the same time. So I'm going to click on the second animation here, and under this arrow, I'm going to say Start with Previous. That allows both of them to go at the same time. So I'm going to hit play. Both of them go. Looks like they're kind of chasing each other around. You can also add a delay. So I'm going to click on the first animation, and I'm going to make a delay of, I don't know, 4 seconds. So the group is going to be moving first, but before the group is done, then the rectangle is going to go. So the group goes around, but before it's done, then the rectangle does its thing. So with this, you can do a lot of neat stories, just with all the movements you can do. There's also ways that you can put multiple animations on the same object. So I'm going to click on this object, and instead of adding an animation here with this menu, there's an Add Animation here for advanced animation. So I'm going to click on Add Animation, and I'm going to put in a Rotate, or how about a Spin? So that goes around once. Spin. Under Effect Options, we're going to have this go counterclockwise. And instead of a full spin, I'm going to make it do 2 spins. Now notice that it has a 2 there. And so because it has a 2, if I play this, it's going to do, first it's moving around, just like it had it before. And then the rotation is going to be separate. Well, I want this rotation to go at the same time. So again, I can click on the animation and say Start with Previous. So it goes at the same time. And I'm going to increase the duration on this to be 6 seconds. I could actually make it 8, just for giggles. So now when I do this, you're going to see something different happen. It's going to start rotating and moving at the same time. And then it stops, but it's still spinning a little bit while the rectangle does its thing. So this is a very basic animation, but from this you can do a lot of neat things. So I encourage you to experiment and do some fun things, and you might get some extra credit from a good animation. So if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll be happy to help. Thanks.